With new commitments, research, and leads, even home has no place for rest. This is Gluttony and Earth. Hello and welcome to the IDL. My name's Nick and this is Gluttony and Earth. And with me today, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the hearest of them all? It's Kyle.
I'm what? What'd you say?
You're the hearest, the one who's here the more than the most, or the most, actively present. I don't know any other nursery rhymes. I didn't think this through.
That's not even a nursery rhyme.
Well, it's like a fairy tale thing. I don't know which one. It's one of them. Ever since Shrek came out, I don't know which fairy tale's which. It's jumbled them up.
Oh, man.
Not too uncomfortable, but not too comfortable. Right in the middle, it's Adam.
I mean, that's fairly accurate. Like, this chair isn't bad, but I'd rather be sitting somewhere else.
Yeah. Just like Goldilocks. That's it. And then desperately like looking around at different objects in my room, hoping I can remember a fucking fairy tale of some sort. This little pig went to market. This little pig had a job. This little pig ate his veggies. It's BakaZombie.
Not only could he not remember how the rhyme went, he called me fat.
I said you ate your veggies.
Yeah, but I'm still pig.
You have a job. Not all pigs are fat. My landlord has a pig. It's not that fat.
What? I mean, if you're going to talk about fat animals, what animal is classically considered fat?
Cows.
No, pigs.
Pigs are canonically the most human. So, you know, I'm just calling them human.
They don't work the same way.
I don't know about that.
Saying pigs are most human, first off, wrong. Second off, you can say it that way, but saying a human is more pig-like. It doesn't work the same way. Oh, boy. My self-esteem's gone for the
night. Speaking of gone for the night, no, I was so apropos of nothing today. I had just the dumbest thought. But I realized it's
an intro.
No, that was dumb on the fly. Dumb thought earlier was I realized, and I'm not religious, so maybe I don't know the scriptures well enough. But I realized it's really good that Jesus was not like a war guy.
You're treading on.
What?
I'm
just like, I'm not gonna be
I realize because Jesus. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Jesus can turn water into wine. If he touches you and you're like 70% water. He can just fucking insta kill you.
Okay.
Well, it's not like King Midas, where it's every time he touches water, it turns into wine.
No, but it's a miracle he can perform. He's not like he does. I'm saying it's a good thing he's not a war guy, because then he might actively pursue that line of.
I think if that's the line of thought, I think he could do other things other than just turning
the water to wine is pretty low on the.
Yeah, but that's like the most horrifying. Usually, like if you're a war guy, you're into like horrifying acts of human violation. So I imagine like turning someone into 70% wine would be a horrifying thing to have happen.
All right, I think bands are canceled. For this.
Yeah, I don't know where we can go from here. Like,
I don't know how to contribute any further.
You
I'm
don't
gonna
think?
go with it, but like, we really went off. Just like, I don't. Yeah.
I had a completely different intro, but
A different episode then.
I had a whole different bands. Yeah, it's gonna be a different episode, but I had different bands. But I think
7% of your body turned into wine here. That much giggling at your dumb ideas.
Oh, God, it's so fucking dumb. So I don't know why, but I really makes you think.
Nah.
Nah, I don't know about that.
Okay, thinking about thinking. It's like I don't know what's wrong with me today.
Okay.
I
think I'm on a different planet. I'm not in this episode much.
too much of this
Plane of
Pepsi
existence.
Black Cherry soda shop. That's what's getting me riled up. Too much of that Pepsi. So last time, the crew found themselves waiting in the desert underground, and that would be Yui, Rufus, Rook, Thellum, and Endien. And they wait, and they wait, and they wait about an hour. And there's no sign of Darius. I think they decide to call it, and they contact Leoric and his ship, in which they decide that Martha's gonna meet them south of the desert to collect the kids, and that kind of goes smoothly. In the meantime, Martha says to Endien, "Hey, I can't right now, but give me some time and I'll try to see if I can't sense his spirit in the afterlife," or something like that. Endien takes what she can get, hands over Yui and Rufus. They all say goodbye. They head back to Rook's ship, who then meets up with Corgrim. We're kind of on a scene where it's getting late, and Corgrim's cooking food, and Thellum's passed out on the ship, and Endien finally gets to sit down and talk to Corgrim and ask, what's Javin's deal? What is he after? And he tells her that Sharuma has gotten it in his head, some fairy tale about these things called the Queen's Beasts. And so that's what he's hunting down, are these Queen's Beasts. He doesn't know anything much about this fairy tale. He knows Sharuma's not part of the zookeepers. He just was hiring Javin and sometimes others because they correspond with his goals. But in general, he's got his own faction. And with that information, Endien goes back on Rook's ship, and they all fly out towards New Veneer. However, on the other side, Crystal Endien and Darius and Deborah find themselves in a no escape scenario where all of the doors have broken down. Everything's still going unstable. There's cracks in the universe starting to form, and it's them and the hulking clayish figure who crawled outside of Erica's body, who stands before them. He introduces himself as Sharuma of the New Green. Endien, sensing that things probably aren't going to continue to go well, takes her shot, crits, gets an arrow lodged into him, supposedly pinning him to where he's at. He simply says, "I guess this is over. I'm sorry, but I guess you'll have to die here while I go free," or something like that. And he plane shifts, leaving the three of them in this crumbling place. Darius then casts Shatter on the cracks, and everything bursts out. This white light engulfs everyone. Darius finds himself waking up in a strange yet familiar location, where everything around is pure dark. It's him with Deborah. He gets Deborah situated up, getting some clothing, some food, and it looks like he's in the same kind of temple as the auction hall, but it's covered in like mold or moss and slime and muck. And he goes to investigate and finds another mural. This one, however, being of someone praying and visions of multitudes of hobgoblins being horrifically slain. And there's just a mouth that is smiling too wide. There's a pedestal that's empty. And eventually he is interrupted by a creature or man who introduces himself as Gargak. Darius goes and checks outside after asking Gargak where the exit is. He sees that the world is dark. Beyond his dark vision, he can't see anything. He climbs on top of this temple area to see a glowing moon, full moon. And then he goes back inside and he settles down with Deborah for the night because he is exhausted. And so we're going to pull up again to the smell of something sour being cooked. And it's like, at first it might not be noticeable, but it eventually gets palpable as Darius is awoken by this very sour smelling cooking.
Yeah, I mean, I would peek into the next room. I'm assuming it's Gargak.
Yeah, you wake up, you go to the next room, you see Gargak once again has his fire going, you see his boots next to it trying to dry off. He's got a pot sitting over it, and you see him and Deborah are eating out of some bowls that he has provided.
I don't love that Deborah's over there. I mean, that's mighty kind of you to share your food with us. I didn't appreciate that.
No problem. Your daughter was just telling me about how you're not from here.
No, we're a long ways from home, to say the least. Have you, Gargak, have you been outside the swamps?
A few times.
Okay, where's the nearest town from here?
He like ponders. His face kind of looks like what he's thinking. Like he's like, you can read it on his face. He's like, is that a town? I guess this might be what you call a town.
Well, I don't know much about if it's a town, but there's a few places around here.
And those would be?
Well, it depends. Are you looking to be eaten?
No.
And he thinks a little harder.
Well, I suppose you have a choice you can make. If you head towards the compass, you find yourself probably to, I hear there's a very powerful miracle worker. She, tales of a village where their matriarch mother is known to perform miracles. You could probably head up there. If you head right from compass, I believe you can find the Volcule Manor. And he's Lord Volcule. I know he's a pretty powerful, influential figure. He also is probably a good source of information. Anywhere else I probably wouldn't go if you're not looking to be eaten. You probably find yourself, probably dealing with, some of the shirting. But, you probably find them everywhere around here anyway.
Could you repeat that last one, not in Gargak's voice?
The Sheerton?
Sheerton. Okay, I was just making sure I got the name
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
It's the only voice I have.
Gargak, sometimes when you're trying to take notes, listening to an accent as well makes it real difficult. All right. I guess that leads to several other questions. What do you mean? Where's Compass? What is Compass?
Oh, follow me.
He stands up and he puts on his boots again and he leads you to the exit.
Mm-hmm.
He'll just point up and he'll point directly at the moon. And some things you might note when you come out of the temple, it is still dark. It's still pitch black. You can't see anything past your dark vision. Also, maybe it didn't hit you in your exhaustion last night, but looking up at the moon, you realize it's a full moon, but it's not illuminating anything. And maybe it's triggering again. The fire he's got, like you can tell the fire's there, but it's also not illuminating anything.
Okay, that's fun. So Compass is the moon?
What's a moon?
All right, the compass is the thing in the sky?
Yes, that's compass.
All right.
Whenever you're thinking to yourself, where do I go? You look up at compass, and then you'll know.
Is Compass in the same place as it was when I looked last night?
Yeah.
Okay, that's suspicious as well. Okay. All right. Do you know... You don't know anything more about that miracle worker, just that she performs miracles, supposedly?
Well, I don't go up there, so I just know that she performs miracles.
All right. And how would I identify the Sheerton so that I can avoid them?
Well, if you're gonna avoid them, it's gonna be very difficult. Gotta know your way around the swamps. But if you want to know what they look like, they've got a very tall, maybe about 9 feet. And they've got very large arms and the head of a ram. They like to hunt around these parts.
All right. Well, they seem fairly identifiable then. That's good to know.
Very vicious hunters.
Which of those two places, the village or the manor, would you say is closer? Or don't you know?
Well, again, I don't like to go up to I don't go to the village.
Well, yes.
I know where it's located, but I don't go there, so I don't really know how difficult it is. And it also depends on which ways you need to avoid. A lot of things like to eat in these swamps.
All right. Well, Gargak, this may seem like a forward request. Would you be willing to guide me to either of these locations since I'm not as familiar with the swamp?
Give me a persuasion check. Also, actually, I believe you had exhaustion 2.
Yes, I'm down to exhaustion 1.
Down to exhaustion 1. Okay, yeah. So give me a persuasion check.
Which is at disadvantage and a -2. Which brings it to a 0, because I got a 2 on the die.
Okay.
Which one do you want to go to?
I mean, the miracle worker sounds more along the lines of what I'd be interested in.
Alright. You got any gems on ya?
Would you be interested? I can easily provide food and water for our entire trip, make sure it is free of poisons and diseases that we do not have to worry about. I'm also a quite capable fighter. And as I gesture to my armor and weapons.
Yeah, but you'll probably get caught by the shooting by yourself. I know how to navigate. I can get around him. I'm the survivalist here. I trade between towns. Gotta know how to avoid them in the belly swamps. Got gems? No gems, no deal.
I reach into my bag and I toss him 2 moonstones.
Okay. He looks at him. He puts them up to his eyes. He clacks them together.
All right, let's get going.
And we fade away from this new exciting lifestyle of Darius's. And we settle back in to New Veneer. Home, sweet home, built on homes of the past. You guys arrive back in New Veneer. Rook says goodbyes. He heads off. And you guys are free to do what you do. I guess, what's everyone's initial plans back in New Veneer?
Gotta find a way to get... Well, we don't know anything, actually. But
you're still waiting on Martha to get back to you from what she knows.
I think Endien will start with what she has. She's gonna go to the library, the biblioteca, and going to look up anything she can find on pocket dimensions and those kinds of things. See if she can glean any information at all about what happens when they're destroyed, that kind of stuff.
Okay. And what about Thellum?
I was already tried the library. It didn't work out for him. So he's gonna try and consult with the genie, since he does have something for the genie anyway.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's start in with that. So Endien, so if you're gonna be researching, give me your investigation check.
Off to a good start. It's a natural 1. For a 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you are not finding a lot of information. Everything seems to be piecemeal, and it's not very well discussed. You can tell that while ley lines and the different planes are something people are fascinated with, especially in archaeology. It's still not something that is widely it's not as know-how, just in books. Okay, so that's with you. Thellum, you are going into the ring.
Here, catch this. Goes in.
Where are you doing this at, by the way?
I'm back at my farm.
Okay, you get back to your farm.
Oh.
And you see your tent is torn up. You see your garden is torn up, and you see a man with a bag putting stuff in it. He's still working.
Louder.
What? What is it? What do you want?
What are you putting in your bag?
The city told me to come clean up a mess.
A mess, huh?
Yes.
Is this within the city lines? Or the city grounds?
Well, it was being forfeited. It was a bunch of thieves were living here, so we took them into custody and we started forfeiting their
Were the
belongings.
thieves kids?
He looks suspiciously at you now. Why do you ask?
Because...
Are you their father?
Oh, no. I don't
Their
have
gang lord.
gang lords? Kids.
They're not the lords. They're the gang. gang of thieves, stealing stuff, hiding out here.
So who's the gang lord?
Are you the gang lord?
No. Are you the gang lord?
I'm working for the city. I'm cleaning up
I'm
after
just a
these
farmer.
gangs. He looks at you suspiciously again.
I look at him suspiciously.
Well, anywho, yeah, we arrested some kids recently. Now we're just cleaning up their mess.
How about I walk towards him, put down the stuff for him.
Yeah.
How about you let me handle this?
No.
Sir? You see those very bad crops?
Yes, I see them. Look like they're
those
very
are-
unattended.
They're made by me.
You are the gang lord.
I am not a gang lord.
And what
That
were these
was-
thieves living in your house for?
They were just kids. I was just giving them shelter. I didn't know they were gang thieves. Thief gangs.
Give me a persuasion.
I'm gonna knock this dude out. I swear to God. I get him twice.
That's how you deal with city officials.
Persuasion, you said?
Yeah.
Or deception?
Persuasion, because you're telling the truth.
Okay. That's 21.
All right. Well, I'm sorry they swindled you too. I'll put back your stuff here. And he just puts the sack down.
Oh, wait, so is this within the city lines?
Not
No,
exactly. No, it's outside of it.
Okay.
But
Okay.
criminals of the city, we will take their stuff. But if you're not a criminal, we'll just put this here.
What did you take? I just have sticks in a tart and a pan.
And I put them in a bag.
What was this, man?
I had to take it as evidence of gang activity.
Okay. Well,
But I see it's just a lowly farmer.
very.
You should probably look at your crops more often.
Yeah. Well, sorry for the inconvenience. You can go now.
All right, goodbye. He just walks off.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure he's like very far away and zip zap zoop into the ring.
All right, you get into the ring. You see Pazuzu is just sitting there, his head in his hand, his usual positioning of whenever you enter.
Hey, dude, I think we're gonna have to wait for like 10 to 20 business days on that horn. But anyways, here you wanted this, right? Whips it out of my bag of holding.
Yes, I was waiting to see when we were going to exchange this. And then he just flees, and he holds out his hand.
I put it in his gigantic hand.
Have you ever wondered
No.
how to tap further into your genie lineage?
Are you insinuating I can hand out wishes too?
What I can do, as I promised for getting this gem, is I think I can give you some unlocking of some powers that I sense deep within you.
Okay. What would that power be?
He reaches down and puts his hand over your head, and you start to feel him squeeze.
Oh, whoa.
You feel like your body is like compacting really hard, and he lets go, and you decompress a bit, and it feels like a muscle that you didn't know you had has been activated. And from now on, when you are taking damage, you can use your reaction to roll a d12. Add your Constitution modifier to the number rolled and reduce the damage by that total. So it's a D12 plus con, and you can reduce stuff as a reaction. I think Goliaths have a similar ability. And you can use this trait only once per rest. So short rest, long rest, either way. It's like as though you can like focus at like just the right moment. It feels like you can just focus the points of your body to like harden those areas, like compact them and harden them. So you're taking less damage when you're getting hit.
You said long rest, yeah?
Short or long.
Oh, for short. Yeah, fuck. If you wanted to squeeze me, you could have just given me the hug.
I am aware that you are very prone to hugs, but that was not what I was doing.
Okay, look, you didn't need to look into that.
No, what I allowed you to do is to feel that compression, that density that you can form in your body. So when you, per se, are being hit with a mace in your arm, you can tighten those muscles and make it compact and hard enough to withstand the hit. Control your own body as if it's Earth itself.
Cool. I kind of want to ask for another thing. I know you already told me that you didn't know what happened in that hallway, but do you know where I could find answers other than the library?
In this day and age, I do not.
Well, I'll try to see what I can do about that. It was a goat horn or ram's horn?
Ram's horn.
Ram. Yeah, I gotta go fetch some delinquents out of possibly jail. Well, poofs away.
Yeah. So you've unlocked that ability. Holding. Yeah, you find yourself. If you go to the city, we'll come back to this because I'm gonna say this is gonna. There's gonna be a week that is gonna go by that we're gonna cover first. So before anything, I want to, so I'll just jump. We can be loose with the time. I'll just jump back and forth. Endien. So you've researched to almost no end. At some point, however, one of the days that you are finding yourself coming home, you do find Ildatha perched on your windowsill.
You're back.
Yes.
What brings you by this time?
Well, I saw the circus again. So I went to that, and it reminded me of the time I went to the circus in New Veneer. So I thought to myself, I would like to go see New Veneer again. And so I flew back to New Veneer.
And how is this time treating you?
There's no circus this time, so very quiet.
That's, good. Say, do you know anything of the stories of the Queen's beasts?
Give me an insight check.
God damn it, Endien. You're rolling nat 20s left and right last time, and now look at you. Just a fool. 8.
8. No. I'm not too aware.
Alright.
Is there a reason you ask?
Oh, I'd heard about them and was wondering, because I didn't know the full story of them. So I was just checking to see if you knew. So I was just interested, was all.
Okay.
I'll have to go to bed.
Okay, and he flies off. What else would you like to do with your week? Ildatha finds it. He basically relays that he's gonna spend some time around New Veneer, just to like see why people come here and like what people like about this place, because it's very different than the Court of Four Seasons. So,
yeah, at some point when she's failing at researching the ley lines and the pocket dimension stuff, she would like to try and find a book about the Queen's Beasts.
okay, we'll do some more researching. Give me another investigation.
Yeah.
Oh, I will say before you do this, I forgot what I wrote in here. If every time you're researching, for every 50 gold you spend, you can acquire more and more like related materials that might help you increase your roll. And it's just a +1 for each 50 you spend.
Oh, it's only a +1? Then no, thank you. I rolled a 3.
Yeah. A 3, yeah. This seems like bizarre. I mean, to be fair, Corrigan mentioned like it's like a bird fairy tale, so it's like not. It's almost nothing you would expect to find from like humans or humanoid research.
Damn owl. All right. Then she would probably go to the forest to talk to the birds.
Okay. Thellum. You get to the
His house in a bag.
you find yourself going to the like the jail to figure out what's up with these kids. You see there is like basically like a clerk guard who is like running the like the front of house for everything.
Hi, did some kids get arrested recently?
Yeah.
Uh,
It's like this guy who's like leaned back and way too comfy in his job.
So how long are they gonna be in here?
Are you their dad?
No. But I am trying to look out for their well-being.
Well, Mr. What's your name?
Tell them.
Thellum? Mr. Thellum, it's still being decided what to do with them.
They only came in here like a few days ago, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Given that these kids don't have families, there's not a lot of good options for them. So we don't have the resources to take care of them. Can't have them out on the streets stealing stuff. We're still trying to figure out.
How about this? And I will put down 20 gold on his little desk. How about you say they escape? Please? Look. They're kids. They're probably gonna get separated if you go through with this. And
yeah, maybe. It depends on what happens to them.
Yeah, that's why I will take care of them.
You're gonna take care of them?
Yes.
You got 50 gold on you?
50 gold? They were just trying to survive. Come on. 40.
Listen, I'm looking at the fines right now.
What did they exactly steal?
They were in the markets and they stole a very pricey ram's horn from one of the vendors. It was decorative, I hear. But either way, they stole from this guy and he's pressing charges on it.
Here's your 50.
Okay, we can get him out. And he'll lead you to the kids. And they're all like sitting there like sad, clearly because they're in the jail. They'll see you. He'll release them. All right, kids. Looks like you got yourself a new guardian. And they all run up and like hug at your legs, crying.
I don't know how. I guess I'll put one on my shoulders and one on each arm. You just had to go for the shiniest one. Okay, let's go back.
Okay, thank you, Thellum. And they'll walk back, and they'll come back with you to your tent. What are you doing for this week besides this ordeal? What else? What else do you think's got on your plate? The kids are there now. We have it.
They didn't take it away from you?
We hid it.
Weird.
They found us here. We wouldn't tell them. No, we wouldn't tell them because they were scary, and it was the heroes.
Wait.
And you needed it for hero stuff.
Yeah. I did. How bejeweled out is this horn?
Well, there's like some gold on it and stuff. It's like there's a lot of carvings in it too. Yeah, it looks really cool. We're like, oh my god, a hero would be super cool if he had this. We can show you. It's in our hideout.
Yeah. Show.
We were waiting at your house because we thought you'd come back so we could show you it, but you weren't there.
Okay, show me.
Okay, they'll lead you out towards their hideout in the woods, in their like little pit where they got this very valuable looking horn, with like very intricate carvings and gold filigree on it. Here it is. It's the horn, just like you wanted.
I'm curious. It's probably not. Can I try roll Arcana to see if this is somewhat magical?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a -2, but let's try. 17.
Yeah, it's not magical. It's just fancy.
Oh, it's just fancy. Okay. Why would someone decorate a ram's horn? Wait. Can I use nature to see if this is a ram's horn and they didn't mistake it for like another horn?
Yeah. I like just now you're questioning it.
Wait a minute. Oh, not so good. 11?
No, it's a ram's horn.
It's a ram's horn, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's... I want to say good job, but you guys got caught. Okay. How about this? I'll squad down to all 3 of them. How about you guys stay at my place and not be thieves anymore? And I'll teach you to be heroes.
They all, it's a glowing look on their face. Like, yeah, we're gonna be heroes. Oh my god, he's gonna teach us how to blast witches and do hero stuff with horns.
Oh, I'm gonna grab Endien. But here's the thing. I'm definitely going to be busy, and I'm probably not going to be around as much. So, here's the deal: you guys help take care of the farm, and I will teach you skills, provide food and shelter, so you guys don't need to steal ever again.
Oh, is that what heroes do?
Yeah, I think.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
I don't have enough gold for this. Okay, let's go.
So they'll introduce themselves. So it was 2 humans and a dwarf. The oldest human, his name is Gilly. The dwarf, her name is Duando, and then the little other kid's name is John.
Duando, you said, yeah?
Yeah, Duando.
Okay. So we get back to farm. Okay. First thing. How about you guys try clean up this area? Pretty small, so it should be easy. Try clean this area and try make it look like it was before. And I will be back with... How's your clothes doing? Their clothes situation?
Worse than yours.
I will be back with some food and new things for you guys.
Oh, okay.
Pull out my mag phone, start texting Endien. I got a situation. I need help. SOS. SOS.
What's going on?
Children.
What children?
The 3 that you spooked.
What did they do?
They're now living with me.
Why?
I felt bad that they were just on the streets stealing.
This is an emergency. Why?
Uh,
You know Darius is missing, right?
I do, but yeah, it's a lot going on. I just want to ask if you, in the future, want to help me teach these kids some stuff so they can fend for themselves down the line.
You mean the children that think I'm a witch?
Yeah.
How do you think that'll go over with them?
I mean,
That you're working with the witch you had to drive away with your magical blast.
we'll figure something out. Just like with this Darius thing.
All right. I have to go talk to some birds.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah. If Endien wants to talk to some birds, lay it on me. What's tweeting?
She's gonna be flitting through the trees, going towards the loudest bird she can hear, because loud bird means talkative bird. Maybe it knows more. And when she gets close, she's not gonna like jump right on it. She's gonna get close and then land on a tree branch that's wide enough for her to sit cross-legged on and sit down on it, and then use speak with animals to speak with the bird.
Okay, yeah, you come across just this real loudmouth magpie. Hey! Oh, hey! Ladies, come to me! Ladies! Hey! What does a bird gotta do to get some tail around here?
May I
Kill this
bother
bird.
your
Get a new one.
May
Kill
I
this one.
bother your pursuit for a moment?
Oh, lady! You can hear me!
Yes.
The name's Kevin.
Nice to meet you, Kevin. I'm Indian. I was coming to inquire if you knew stories, old bird stories of the queen and her beasts.
Old bird stories. Well, you came to the right guy. See, I'm a guy who knows a lot of things. I like to talk to a lot of people. I get a lot of ladies come up to me asking me about things. Been like, hey, you want to treat me like a queen? And I said, maybe.
I'm sure.
Yeah, there's every little hatchling knows the old fairy tales. A lady comes around, real nice lady comes around and starts handing out things to animals, and that's the story. You come here often?
I'm
I
usually
see you around
here.
here often.
I don't know if you have specifically. I heard.
I don't know. I've only been alive for a week.
Interesting that you're matured very quickly for a bird.
I've been told I'm very mature for my age. Thank you for noticing. You like mature birds?
I was told there was 12 of these beasts.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
know which
something
ones
like
they
that.
are?
I don't know for sure.
I'm glad I used the spell slot. I'll leave you to your pursuits.
Yeah, I mean, stick around.
No,
How's
absolutely
your
not.
afternoon look?
She's gone already.
Then he just turns to the next ladies who come to him. Goes,
That was useful.
Thellum, was there any other things you were interested in taking care of?
Well, the food, clothes, and I would want to. So here's his thinking. Here's his path. He needs some smart people to figure out what's going on. He's not smart.
Darius.
Darius was smart, but he's gonna try go to that school,
Oh yeah, the university.
the university that. Well, he's gonna try find a university, not specifically the one that Darius was at,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't think Darius ever talked to or mentioned it to the group that he was
Yeah.
making connections with the university.
Yeah, I mean, if you talk around, there's like really just a main university in New Veneer. It's like one of their oldest establishments.
Mhm.
Because New Veneer was built on older ruins of towns. So like it started out, New Veneer right now started out as like an archaeology site and grew into a town from there. So like it's the one that most people know of. So that's the one they would probably direct you to.
He will try talk to just, I guess, Professor, any smart looking person.
What kind of information are you looking to figure out before I...
If they know about a box.
About a what?
A box. The box that Darius had.
Oh, about a box. Give me an insight check to try and find someone, first of all.
Ooh, 20.
20. Okay, yeah. You find just like this old, like Hagrid, gray beard dwarf man walking around. And he's got like a box full of like gadgets and shit like that. So he looks like he might have an understanding of like things or something.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Oh, yes.
Do you know anything about a magical box that possibly has ties to hobgoblins? Hold on. You have a piece of paper and pen?
Sure.
Like just set his stuff down and pull out a pocket notebook with a pen.
It's gonna be like a children's drawing, but to Thellum's best effort, he's gonna try to draw from memory Darius's box.
Yeah, it basically
the mural
looks like
that he saw and the mural that he looked into.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say this is gonna be like a Blue's Clues version of the box, but with the mural too.
I don't know anything about this. What'd you find here?
Well, you see,
Do you have it with you? Where is this?
I don't know. The last time I saw it was with my friend, but that's a long story. It had a connection. That box had a connection to the place we were investigating, and I don't really know what happened. We looked through a door that was not there. We went into that door. We met with a crazy dude. I think he was an architect or something. Then I think it was like a weird pocket dimension black market type of stuff going on. And there was this chick. Did I know what title Erica was going by? Or did I hear? No, right?
Would Endien have told?
Priestess?
Would Endien have told you?
When
No. Unless
When
he heard the because did you meet the priestess at the ball? That would be the only time you'd actually know.
No, I think I was somewhere else. Shit.
Then probably not. No,
it's when Erica entered that room before we went into the tunnel. Ooh, I don't know if Thellum was already in the tunnel though.
Thellum was already in the tunnel. Endien said to herself, "What's the priestess doing here?" Or which no, she said, "What is she doing here?" And Rook said, "Erica."
And then she said, "I go by the priestess now."
Yeah.
But if Thellum was already in the tunnel, he wouldn't have heard that.
Yeah. Okay. We've
I
solved
didn't
it.
see any of that. Okay. Anyways, there was a lot of versions of my friend in that place. One was big and huge and scary. One was eating something. One was like a blob. One was like a spider.
Is this boxer?
Give me a persuasion check.
10.
Well, I think what I'm looking for is it sounds like a hall of mirrors. That's what you had. You had a box. It was a hall of mirrors. You see, usually what happens is in the hall of mirrors, there's many different mirrors that are different shapes and sizes, and they make you look like you're all over the place, but you're big and scary or small and not scary. But I think that's probably what you're looking for. Now, if you excuse me, I've got class to attend.
He picks up his boxes.
Sir, wait, sir. I've been in hall mirrors before, and I saw some weird vision. That wasn't it.
Did you enter a hall?
I didn't, right? I just stood there.
I mean, at the end of the thing, you did.
Oh, well, okay. I know it's not the Indigo, whatever the place is. It was something different.
Oh, it's just a hall of mirrors.
No. How else could I explain?
If you excuse me, I've got classes to attend. I've
What
got
if I
lectures to
attend your
do.
class?
You'll have to enroll.
I bet
I
can.
believe I can get you to enroll.
Ellen
Get my
has
stuff.
3 children, is going to start taking classes.
Yes.
Oh,
I will be that dad. I will be that dad.
God.
I mean, Endien's talking to a horny bird in the forest, so.
Hey, she's trying, man.
And Thellum's why he's also trying.
Hopefully, Nick's got a lot of things for Darius to do in the belly swamps.
Do you have proficiency in Arcana?
No, I do not.
Okay. And what's your intelligence?
7.
Well, if you're looking to enroll, you can enroll in the school. You can take my classes, but I don't. You're not gonna get everything in one lecture. I'm a busy man. If you want to learn something, you can attend my classes, but I don't have time to just sit around and argue about mazes.
First of all, we weren't arguing. We were having a discussion.
Now, good day.
He leaves.
I guess I will go. The next thing that Thellum will do would just try the library.
Okay. So I'm gonna say you've gotten the clothes for the kids. They're all set up. They're doing their thing. You're out researching. Endien's been like digging into different subjects. I'm gonna say maybe we'll sit on a cool afternoon. It's in the forest. Endien is trying to talk to birds to find one who understands what the hell's going on. When you get a message on your phone, Endien.
Oh.
It's been a long week.
Yeah, it is. I'll listen to it.
Endien, sorry it's been a lot later than I wanted to get back to you. It's been a long week for us. So I've done my communing and I've reached out. And good news is it does not seem like his soul is in the cycle of souls. So he is presumably alive. However, looking into it, it was hard to search for him. We don't know him at all, so scrying and my contacts being able to scry has not been very useful. We're getting a weird situation, and I don't know if perhaps if you have anything more that you can get back to us about if you have the time. And that was the end of the message.
Her accent has changed so much since I first met her. I remember.
What is it? What was it? She was? Oh, God damn it!
You had a hard time keeping the accent up.
Oh, okay. That's no wonder I didn't think to do it. You know what's weird is I specifically looked back to figure out how Corgrim sounded, but I didn't think to look at any of the crew. Hello, all right, maybe something like this. I'm not gonna keep it. I'm just gonna do it how I was.
I'll contact Martha back. What kind of information do you need? Maybe looking for Deborah might be more useful to you. She was with them last we saw.
Well, we looked into Deborah as well, and we could not find note of her. So, well, the thing is, question. I had to reach out to some contacts, and that's why it took me so long. Was Darius a librarian?
No, he was not.
Okay, well that'll help us, somewhat. We found that there's possibly, and I don't know exactly why this didn't work out, but I mean, so our contacts suggest that there's a Darius Crucibleborn with a library license, and we've seen him in Fracterra, or we note he's somewhere in Fracterra, but I don't. If that's not right, that might be a mistake. Otherwise, we've noted there are 4. We've noted 4 Dariuses in Prisma, and 1 in Dark World.
Where's the one that's in Fracterra?
We don't know that much. Our scrying is, I was able to help pinpoint like souls and numbers. I do not have information as to where in each of these places.
All right. And what's the not Prisma, not Fracterra? What's that other one called?
Dark World.
Dark World.
If he doesn't have a license, we weren't sure that he did. We started looking into it ahead of time, before we kind of came to a consensus that we didn't think you were with any librarians. But so if that's not the case, then that's probably nothing you need to worry about. I think your best bet is trying to find someone who can best lead you to, who can help guide you through the ley lines and find access to either Indigo or Dark World.
I might have somebody that I can ask about this. Thank you for looking into it.
I suppose when you find out more information, if you could send us information back too, that'd be helpful. Just so we know that Deborah's okay.
Of course, we'll get her to you as soon as we can, and continue to look for a way to reverse this de-aging process.
All right. Take care, Endien.
I will. You as well. I gotta find this stupid owl now so I can talk to him.
Oh, well, it looks like you can talk to him next time, because this episode is fucking done.
Fucking done.
I gotta earn my expletive tag that I put on these. I'm not really as rambunctious as I thought I'd be.
Elm swore this session. He said fuck.
Fuck. If you want to talk to me about fuck, you can hit me up on Twitter at Bumblescum. Okay. If you want to know what's fucking going on, you can tweet at the IDL at IDL_RPGS, or I figure I should probably also, like, this seems probably awkward for anyone who wants to like tweet to like constantly tag a page. So I guess you could always we should think of a hashtag that people could talk about it with too if they want.
Hashtag
so that way,
IDL.
Hashtag IDL. Yeah, that'll probably work. I was thinking IDL RPGs, but I think that's a series of mobile games. So IDL it is. Hashtag IDL. Tell your friends. Talk about things. If you would like to know,
hashtag IBS.
If you want to talk about IBS. If you would like to know more about who's living in my swamp, you can talk to Adam on Twitter at Lil Growth. If you would like to be pissed off at every bird you see, you can talk to Baka at Zombie Baka. And sorry, his schedule's he's a single dad who's got to attend classes, so you're not going to be able. There's no time to talk to Kyle.
Oh my god.
Goodbye.
Killer intro and outro.